Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Jeff Davis. I am your private guitar instructor, and this week we will be learning how to play My Girl by The Temptations. Now, this lesson is broken into two parts. We have part one, which is chord strumming, and part two, which is learning the riff. Without further ado, let's get going. Alright, so first part of this lesson, we're going to be learning how to strum the verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus. Now the way that this works is it's all built off of a common rhythm, and this is going to be common between both parts. And the rhythm is 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Now that rhythm, even though a lot of students are not comfortable with learning how to read music or even talking about quarter notes or eighth notes, it has a quarter note and 3 sets of 8 notes. And if we were to count it out loud, which I recommend that you do, you spend a little bit of time just practicing counting before you're really playing anything. It's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and, or down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Notice that I'm tapping my foot. That is a good thing to do to help you keep the beat. All right, now let's get into what's going on with the chords in this song. There are really only 3 chords in this song. There's a C chord, an F chord, and a G chord. Now let's talk about this. A lot of students will play their F chord as a bar chord. Now, a lot of lessons I've seen on this song, teachers will show you how to play it that way. That's not the best way for you to play that chord. Now, when I say the best way, it doesn't mean that you can't play it that way, but it's just not the best way in terms of how all the chords are fitted together here. I should have the chords written right above here. You can kind of check them out, and you might notice something about these if you've been playing for a little bit. The F chord is not played as a bar chord. I play it like this. I play the F chord not as a bar. I do not like teaching bar chords if I don't have to. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn them. You should learn your bar chords, but when you're playing in context of playing several songs or even one song for multiple minutes at a time, 5, 10 minutes or whatever it is, you really want to stay away from bar chords. Now, when I say stay away, yes, you can use them, but be very careful on how you use them. Because when a student bars, or even when I'm working on a song and I'm barring, it's a massive, massive drain of energy in this hand to go like this and slam that finger down on 3 or possibly all 6 strings. The guiding factor here when you're switching chords, where is your wrist when you're playing? I always try to get students to understand that your wrist should be as straight as possible. That doesn't mean it's always going to be that way, but as straight as possible is extremely important. Your wrist, as much as possible, should always, always be straight. That's really what's guiding me in this chord progression and pushing the idea that I'm going to play these chords differently than would otherwise be played. So the F chord would typically be played this way. I'm not going to play it that way. We're not going to learn it that way. We're going to learn it like this. The G chord is typically played like this, but in this case, we're not going to do that either. We're going to use 3 and 4. Now, I know, this is kind of crazy, 3 and 4. They do not play well together. This is a very small finger. It has a small space to aim. These 2 fingers don't play well together, but trust me, when you get used to playing the G chord like this, and it's in context of these chords, I guarantee you'll find it easy. Okay, so let's go over the chord progression here. I have this written down. You should see it, or you can look at the notes I have in the description of the video. So here's what we have. Notice when you're looking at my left hand here, you can see how I'm not moving that much. You know, minimal movement in this hand when you're switching chords and playing a song is the key to getting from one chord to the next and playing the whole song really with minimal effort. All right, so that's it. This wraps up the first part of the lesson for My Girl, which is just the strumming for the song. See you in the next video.